Abdelghany Sayed is an international criminal law researcher at the University of Kent and joins us live from Cairo. Thank you very much for your time, Abdelghany. Now, the Israeli interception of this flotilla in international waters once again, is this a violation of international maritime law? And if so, what will be the repercussions, if any, other than yet more condemnation?
Well, first, it's important not to demand so much from international law. If the question is about whether it's a violation, yes, it is a violation, and it is a violation against two separate kind of entities. First, it's a violation of the sovereignty of many states, many states. If any of these states want to try to establish the responsibility of the Israeli state for violating their sovereignty, they can. What are the channels? Very limited. This is the situation under international law. On the other hand, every one of the individuals who has been detained is individually a victim of an Israeli unlawful act and can deliver their grievances to human rights mechanisms, the Human Rights Committee, etc., and can also try to have their grievance somehow part of the documents before the Rome Statute at the moment. But after all, whether something would come out of this, international law is after all made by states, and states need to implement it. So as long as states are not collectively seeking to hold Israel responsible for its actions, nothing will happen, and it will just be about condemnations. Having said that, there is some course of action before the International Criminal Court, of course.
We've seen that before. We've seen Israel being taken to the International Criminal Court, and yet again, very little when it comes to repercussions. And those detained, those hundreds that have been detained, and they're still in Israel, what are their rights, and will their rights be met by Israel?
The rights are, to begin with, not to be detained. So the detention itself is unlawful, especially that it is in international waters. So to begin with, Israel has no right to intercept the ships and has no right to detain these people to begin with. This is one question. Another question is how Israel detains these people and how Israel treats these people. That's a separate issue. These people have the right to be detained with humanity, etc., not to be arbitrarily detained. Israel, of course, cares about painting its picture as treating them humanly, but we will still hear from the activists themselves. Of course, Israel had engaged many years ago, well, not many years ago, a decade ago, in actually killing these kind of activists who would try to break the siege, killing and also torturing these activists. At the moment, Israel is trying to paint a picture whereby Israel treats them humanly, etc. They have the right to this. They have the right not to be detained unlawfully and arbitrarily, which has been violated, obviously. And as I said, the channels are very limited, unfortunately, for these individuals to seek some course of action, unless their own states would try to take action against Israel, as Israel detained their citizens. We're talking about many European countries now who have their citizens detained by Israel.
Abdelghany, thank you very much for your time speaking to us here at TRT World.